Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Right now, I'm at 21-21 rating in Ultimate Champion League, top 2.1k in the world, playing with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, just beat 2 Earthquake matchups in a row, so doing pretty well. Gonna be pushing up to top 1000 in the world today on Path of Legends, so it is still pretty early in the season. I think it's like or final 2 weeks rather, so there's still quite a bit of time left, but gonna give my opponent the Buona Fortuna. As you guys might have known if you've been watching my videos lately, I did switch my game language to Italian for a bit. Also, I did get a lot of heartwarming comments in my last video, so I really appreciate all of you guys for the positive support, and I'm glad you guys actually do appreciate it. Obviously, I am nowhere near Italian or know much about the language at all. It's just that some of my friends were teaching me about it, so that's just pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just going to go for the fireball on the Zappies right now. And meta is looking pretty bad, honestly, because evolutions are out, and we see the Zappies eye drag, so this could be graveyard, I guess, but I mean, we do see the evolutions, and the main ones I'm worried about are the Firecracker and especially the Royal Giant. Like, RG is just insane, everyone knows that. We see recruits as well, so it's going to be recruits with eye drag, I guess. Just going to go for log in the left. I've been playing pretty well, though, recently, I'd say. Like, I've actually somehow been on a streak. I'm not really sure how, but I started out at, like, 1800 in Path of Legends. Now I'm up to 21, and slowly pushing up, actually doing well. We do see a Lumberjack. Oh, is it actually going to be LumberLoon? I thought it was going to be, like, I guess it makes sense with the eye drag there. It goes for arrows, too. That's just going to be an easy Skeleton's Kite, though, to perfectly counter everything, and I don't think I should punish with an Xbow, even though he might be down a bit of Elixir right now, because I don't have any responses to the Inferno Dragon. So a big thing about this deck, guys, is that you want to have the perfect cycle at all times when you're going in. And so I'm going to go in right now, but not expecting to get a huge lock. Okay, yeah, especially because he goes Zappies in the back. If I wanted to perfectly defend an Inferno Dragon... Okay, he gives me a free Fireball, though. I was not going to just Xbow at the bridge, like, right after that push, but since he split Zappies, it kind of made sense to punish, and we get another nice lock. Nice value as well with the Fireball. I'm just going to log for the Zappy, and Eastward was also able to cycle us back to the log, and that's just going to move me up about 1000 damage. So big thing about this deck as well, guys, is that you can really get a lead in single against any deck if you play correctly. Like, you play single perfectly. A lot of people will overcommit at the start because either they're tilted or they're playing bad, and you can literally win in single. Against the best players, you probably won't, but still should be fine. Anyway, going to stack archers in the right because he has arrows in this deck, so you always want to be forcing spells out uncomfortably for your opponent. So if he has arrows, he obviously wants damage in the left, so I'm going to go archers in the right. That being said, this is a pretty bad situation because I did take a lot of damage there, or potentially, and also Tesla cycled in the wrong lane. For some reason, I thought he would go in the left because I already cycled archers in the right, but I guess he still wanted to LumberLoon. In any case, he should not be back to recruits, or, okay, he is, but I guess I caught them in the back. Gonna E-Spirit the bridge too. Fisher comes down, that's fine, I'll just let it go. And I'm gonna go for the Evo Skellies. You guys might have been seeing my recent, actually, I think no point, because there isn't much value. Like, right away, I'll cycle a log first, and then just fireball this, get a small lock if I can. You guys might have been seeing my recent videos. Look at those Evo Skellies going crazy in the right, though. Really nice stuff. I really don't think they're that good of a card. I know it sounds weird right when you see what happened, but if you've been following, say, my live stream when I tried them out, or some of my last ladder push videos, if you're members on the channel, you might have seen my first games with Evo Skellies, like, and pretty much everyone I've been talking to on Twitter, Discord, recently, they all kind of agree, like, they're very underwhelming, not really much value for what you'd expect out of them. Granted, they are obviously better than nothing, right? They're 4 skeletons over 3, which is already huge, and then they respawn. Usually they just get taken out by a spell, but just the ability to respawn is a big thing. It's just that when you compare them to the behemoth that is the Evo RG, and then even just the Evo Firecracker, which is just so broken, like, it's just very underwhelming in comparison. So a bit unfortunate, but obviously I love 3.0 Xbow Cycle, my favorite deck in the game, and I am going to stay loyal to the deck, so that's why, even though I had the easy option to buy the offer and max everything, I didn't buy that $100 offer. I barely bought anything. I tried to max as free to play as possible and just max my Evo Skeletons, so I'll use it in 3.0 Xbow Cycle, which is the exact same deck right now. Also playing with E-Spirit, I feel like Ice is probably better, but I'm in like kind of a mid-ladder range right now, so E-Spirit is going to give me a better chance against all the Night Witch bats and stuff. Also, I did suspect that E might be better because Night Witch was buffed, and she does have death bats now. And again, you'll see me split the Evo Skeletons in the back, because I don't really think there's much of a point. Like, they're not the kind of thing where you can just play them at any time and they'll get value. Like, as you guys can see, they already died. They didn't get any value at all just now, but you still have to cycle them, and you can't just hold them in your hand the whole time either. Gonna Tesla, archers are stacked in the right, and he already went for arrows, so they should be perfectly fine. Goes for a fireball, so I'm gonna Expo to kite this balloon over and fireball it away, and E-Spirit as well, and that should be, oh, it just barely gets the recruits down. I feel like that was a pretty clean sequence overall. That being said, we're still, very much in the lead. And my opponent cannot really... He has fireball arrows, but if he fireballs my tower, I will fireball his right back. Also, again, stack archers other lane where he does not really want to be getting damage in. And that right there is a fireball on the Lumberjack plus Fisherman. Beautiful fireball. Gonna be a small lock again. Big thing about this deck, another thing, guys, is that getting perfect fireball is very important, whether it's knowing when to fireball cycle or just get good value. And that's gonna be the Bella Partita, the good game, and the Bella Giacomo, I think, is a well played. Chair in my server was asking me for some of this stuff, but that's gonna be a nice win for the first match against Recruits LumberLoon. Haven't seen that deck in quite a while, but I guess some people still play it. Let's move on to the next match. Alright, guys, we found the next game against Official MacTub. Let's see who's going to be running. Going to give him the Buona Fortuna. Good luck. And just go for the Il Tronco. I think it's El Tronco in Spanish, so you see minor goblins. Going to E-Spirit for everything, although those goblins might get a little bit close to the tower, too close for comfort. Yeah, we get some goblin stabs in there, but pretty unfortunate. And let's see, minor goblins, not sure this could be like... Okay, Mortar maybe, gonna stack archers. Let's see who responds. If he has like a spell, I can punish with an Xbow opposite if he goes for one on the Phoenix. With the Phoenix rather, and then like I can just Skelly's Kite. Okay, he does. Yep, just gonna go for that. Actually, don't even need to go Skelly's. I can just Tesla because I think it's minor wall breakers, or minor mortar, and that should pretty much be a good game. Like or the Bella Partita. I don't see how he's gonna be able to stop this. Gonna log. The Ice Golem back to catch it, and that should be a nice lock. And that's going to be pretty cool. Going to go for E-Spirit Skellies to retarget this Musketeer as well. Won't take it out, but will buy my Xbow more time. And I'm not really sure how my opponent can come back from this. So as I said again, you can pretty much get any lead you want in single if you play it perfectly and your opponent messes up or is impatient. Also hope you guys have been doing well in general. I have been doing pretty okay. I'm getting ready for my internship in a few days, so pretty nervous about that. I'll probably make a post and announcement in the server and on the channel community post in a while, or community tab in a while. And then I also went to the gym for the first time in like a month, which, you know, was really nice. I did all my normal compounds, squat, deadlift, or I didn't do deadlift actually, I did squat, bench, and shoulder press, and a few other things. But I was really sore, like even now I'm still really sore. I think it's good because, you know, it's been a long time since I went, and it was really fun, of course, as always. I'm going to go for the pre-skellies on this Musketeer in a sec here, because he definitely wants to go for the same thing again. And nice we caught it, but don't think it's going to really be enough, because, I mean, Expo's still going to die. But that was still a nice prediction, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think for those of you guys who have been watching me for a while, like following the boot camp experience that I went through, like back in my peak then in March or so, I was going to the gym like 3 times a week. And that was when I was balancing like a ton of work all the time, and also quite a lot of stress from the work, and also just like sleeping well and balancing everything. Like that was pretty much at my peak. So I think gym is a very important part of my routine that I should keep. So I'll probably try and get back into it, honestly. It might help me like with my general schedule and everything with the internship too. Okay, bad skeletons unfortunately, but we get a tiny lock, baby like 200 damage Expo lock there. And I'm going to go in again. I'm just going to keep the pressure up because no real reason not to. Knight for the bomb tower again. Goblins come down. I'm going to log the goblins on the right plus Muskie, and he was not ready for that. Nice way to lock. Wrong side catching with the Evo Skellies, but they will still take out to the miner. Nice fireball and everything. Missed the balloon, but still okay. Plus he has no miner in cycle now, so that's going to be the Bella Partita right there. Or I know how to say it. My friend Hardcounter told me it's like Bella Partita or something, but it just sounds a bit unnatural to me because obviously it's not my first language. I don't know much about it, but that's just how I say it. I really like it though. It just sounds fun. That's probably my favorite Italian phrase. It's just a good game as well. But that's going to be a nice win against the Minor Balloon. Pretty interesting single. Just kind of won at the start. And yeah, not much else to say about that one. Alright guys, into our next match against aka Leon, 1 off 2k now, or 2.2k rather. Gonna give him the good luck as he gives it back, and I'll just knight the back with this hand, or I can leak a bit in case he goes for something. Okay, Mega. I'll Expo opposite because I feel like it, honestly. I think knight the back would be safer, but I really just... Okay, and goes for the giant and minions. Okay, this is bad. I think I have to fireball them, because if I go archers, he will just go arrows, he'll get tower damage, and... I also have to respond. I can just go skeletons on this Mega. So he went for... Okay, Dark Prince. That's a good Dark Prince. I'm going to have to eat some damage, I think. Like, late log. I don't think there's any hope in, like, outcycling. I thought it was... Okay, like, I've caught him in a pretty bad cycle, but I'll take one Dark Prince hit to the tower. And he went, let's see, Giant, Minions, Dark Prince. Like, he's 2 off, but I'm down Elixir, I'm pretty sure. Especially because of that Dark Prince punish, which is smart by him, so... At least because he has the Mega Dark Prince. I just hope it's not Minor. That's all I really hope for. Because Giant Double Prince with the Minor is really tough. But should be fine if it's normal. I'm going to go for the Expo right now. He should not be back. At least I hope not. Should just be 1 off Giant. Okay, never mind. I was gravely mistaken. Going to go Archers like this though. Skeletons for the Prince. And they should help out with the Giant afterwards. Does go for the Minions. I could just E-Spirit, honestly. Nah, yeah, nice. That's perfect lineup to take the Minions out first. And then this is going to be a really nice... defense. If only I had Expo in hand, this would be like the perfect Expo. But I'm just going to Knight the Bridge to pressure. He has no minions in cycle. He has to Mega on that, or Prince, Dark Prince. Then I can just go Xbow on the left, I think, and it should be really solid. I'll take a lot of damage from the Dark Prince, but they should be a really solid punish. Yeah, Mega's going to be a pain, but Xbow will actually take out the Dark Prince. Then I can go for late archers on the Mega, and that will take it out. So I do take some damage, but that's still going to end up with me in the lead. As you guys can see, I'm just controlling pretty much every game I've played so far. I'm controlling single pretty much perfectly. You know, Xbow to find out what they have, don't overcommit to it, let it go and defend well, and then get them in the wrong cycle and just pressure. Once you have a lead in single, you can usually just snowball from there. Usually Xbow does not do well against most decks in double onwards. Single's always where it does well though. And okay, Giant the back looks like he is really setting up for some heavy beatdown stuff to happen right now. So I'm going to have to set up for some heavy defensive stuff to happen. I'm going to go Skellies to stop the Prince charge, and then I also want to stack my archers here. So I always like to stop the Prince charge if I can. Actually, since I think the Prince was dead anyway, since he had the Mega and minions, I can just fireball everything instead. I'm not sure if it was better, because I initially did think I should go Skellies to tank. They should be Evo Skellies down. They are. And they are... Oh, one is alive. Nice. So it's actually going to respawn. This is what we're all about here, guys. Do forth the zap out. So really nice stuff. I can go for an Xbow now. That was an instance where they definitely got value. And that should be GG, because that was a really aggressive arrows. Like, that should really be GG. Knight for the Dark Prince. Log it back as well. Maybe get a small log. Catch him off guard with the last second takeout. And that is... Oh, he's barely going to get a Giant down. If you got it down like half a second later, that would have been a good game, but well played, got it down. Still, does have to go for the fireballs. This is still not the best situation for him. I mean, I'm just going to keep the pressure up, and what can he really do? I'm going to Xbow right after. Chair did try to say some of the cards in the deck in the video, so that's going to be the Arco X. I don't know how to say the fireball whatsoever, I'll be honest with you guys. Log the Prince last second. Beautiful log. Prince just barely doesn't charge the Xbow with the tower, but still have to respond. But even still, as you guys can see, even though I'm pressuring, I'm getting logs on the Dark Prince and tower. I'm getting fireballs on the Princes, and I'm just maintaining my lead. So I think he has like arrows, fireball, zap, or something in this deck, triple spell if I'm not mistaken. But we're just pressuring really well, and he goes for a naked fireball on my Tesla. I'm just going to fireball tower. I actually didn't need to. That might have been a wrong play, but you know, I've been experimenting with this deck recently, and fireball and tower is a very underrated play in lots of situations. Also, as you guys can see, E-Spirit very clutch, because you can literally chain onto tower, and it's just very annoying for them. I'm going to split archers. No point stacking in the right, because he'll just go arrows to take them out. In this case, at least he does still go arrows. I guess like same result, but at least he didn't get tower damage in the right, which is kind of the goal. And I'm definitely going to have to get ready for another fireball at some point here, I suspect. I'm back to the stacked archers. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Let's see. I have the Evo Skellies back. Going to go for them. Then fireball everything. Evo Skellies are going crazy on the Giant. They got like decent value. I mean, they still, as I said, they died at any spell. Zap, arrows, log. But it's just a question of if you can catch them off guard and not really prepared for while you're getting that down, I guess. Like, while you have the Evo Skellies down, let's see how long it takes for them to defend it, and then you can probably get some value in the meantime. He's fireballing tower, which is pretty much no hope for him. Like, I'm just going to fireball tower back again. Like, there's absolutely no hope. What he has to do is, like, fireball my buildings and break through, because spells are not going to cut it for this tiebreaker for him. But, you know, we take those. I'm going to get back to a fireball instantly for those minions and Dark Prince. Gets another nice fireball down, but this game is over. Just back to new Tesla. And that's pretty much a perfect, flawless game against Giant Double Prince, guys. I might have made some mistakes in single, I think, but otherwise that was really nice. And Evo Skelly still going crazy at the end, so yeah, really nice stuff. I feel like that's probably a decent matchup for me because he has no minor, and Evo Skellies does help a bit, but as I said, Evo Skellies are still a very underrated evolution card, or overrated rather. I see a lot of people saying they're game breaking, and I assure you they really aren't as someone who plays with them. Like, they really don't win me games that much, but nice, many wins in a row against Giant Double Prince. Let's keep the push going. Alright guys, so we found our game against Isaac. I pushed up a bit more, and now I am pretty close to 2300. I didn't want the video to be too long because I've been thinking about like my video times as well, and Heal Spirit, okay, just gonna go for a log. This could be 3M. Ghost as well. I'm gonna go split Skellies, and then I don't think I have to go archers. Let's see, I hope I don't have to. I think because the damage is already done. Yeah, nice, perfect. Just surround Skellies does take it out. He's gonna get a bandit down. I'll just Knight to protect this archer, and then I can Expo possibly, but okay, very aggressive 3M. I'm not sure. I don't think there's too much of a point in fireballing. I mean, I could, but I don't really feel like I have the need to. So I'll just like stack archers instead, I guess, and that should be okay. Yeah, nice. It actually took some chip in the right, but that was still a pretty nice defense overall without having to waste fireball, because I'm pretty sure he has a pump in here. I do not want to be wasting a fireball and just getting punished by a pump. Okay, there it is right there, so I'm just going to fireball the pump. Sadly, I'm just down 1, but I think I was up like 1 or so elixir, so I just had to go for a knight, but that was kind of a wasted knight now because he can just respond to it. I did want to cycle and not leak, though, to be fair. You probably just go ghost for this. Oh, ice golem as well. So looking like the typical 3M deck. I know exactly how to play this matchup, guys. You just have to play very passively. I've been talking to some people recently. Heisenberg, you guys might remember that name. He's actually kind of returned and he's playing. A pretty interesting guy. We kind of made up and talked about stuff now, so, you know, pretty chill, and he's been teaching me some 3.0 stuff. And I saw one way he played this deck was he actually went for Xbows to punish the pumps, and I believe 7-4 said that was the OG playstyle as well. Like, you Expo to force Elixir out, and that way they never have an Elixir advantage from the pump. But don't know how I feel about that, because if they have E-barbs, you can just, it's a 6-for-6, and then you just can't defend the E-barbs on your Expo that overcommitting. Like, they have Heal Spirit and Barb Barrel, so you have to accommodate for both of those, and then you still have to go like Knight or just perfect timing micro, and it's just not worth the hassle whatsoever in my opinion. I'd rather just go Fireball on the pumps if I can, at least at the start. But now I'm going to go for the Knight Expo. Well, he sets up, okay, I'm going to go for the Fireball in the middle. That's a lot of value. That's a 4-for-9 there, because those Muskies should die. And then Evo Skellies are going to come down. As you guys can see, they devour the Bandit and also the Muskie. Sadly, I take one hit in the right, but I can probably just go for the Arco X with this Knight. And does he have E-barbs in here? Let's find out. He does. Okay, yep, as I thought. Gonna go and defend these with everything I have, and then I'll probably just get back to a new Expo as well if this doesn't break through, because as I suspected, like, it's not gonna break through at all. I'll go for a new Expo in the left. I think he should be very low on Elixir, so they should be a decent Expo, and the Ghost will go Invis, and I can go split archers. Oh, Expo's on tower. Nice. Okay, bad skeletons because the Heal Spirit did jump. But, I mean, you get the Expo lock, which is huge. Good Knight to protect the Archer. And we should be down Elixir right now, but that was a perfect punish. And, okay, I have to Tesla for the Bandit. Very awkward play, so well played on his end with the spam. Like, well played. I'm really tempted to not Fireball, or, I don't know, because, I mean, I think I just defensive Expo, right? Because I don't even want damage in the right. Like, I have all my damage in the left, so I don't need to waste a random Fireball. And I'm down Elixir, so, you know, Fireballing that is just a -1 for me anyways. I don't need the tower damage, so that would just be a terrible play in my opinion, so in this matchup, when I'm down so much, I'd rather just chill and defensive Expo, I guess, because they have no big spell. And I can just get a lot of Fireball value there. You know, E-Barb, 2 Musketeers, and that's pretty much what I'm talking about. Gonna get a Knight down. Tower in the right should take out those Muskies. Perfect. And I can stack Archers if I need to. Don't even need to, in fact. I think an Expo... Oh, no, I misplaced it. If I didn't misplace, this would have been a wonderful Expo punish, but he doesn't even realize, actually, so maybe this is just gonna be like one of those Expos I talked about, you know, where you bait stuff out. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. He did not realize at all, so we take those. Then I can go Evo Skellies. Will they get shredded, or will they actually give value? Nice, they're giving a lot of value. Actually, they destroy the E-Barb, so now we can go for the Expo again and just hold the punish to continue. One Evo Skelly is going to get onto tower, I think. It's on the Bandit, and Evo Skellies are actually going a bit crazy near the tower. Sadly, they get shut down very fast, but that was so cool for a little bit there. Tesla for this Muskie in the right, because I saw it was about to lock onto my tower. And we're just pressuring very well right now. Like, my opponent is going to be able to defend, but really don't see how he's going to get anything done here. Also, because I can just stack archers. You guys are noticing I'm doing that as well, since he doesn't have a big spell. Just punishing everything I can in this deck. E-Spirit to chain onto everything. Archers will get value. Skeletons, log on the Ghost plus Muskie. And that was just, this is like perfect defense, honestly. Not much else to say. Like, I'm very well versed in this matchup. I think Ice would be better than Electro in this matchup, but still, you know, doing well. Evo Skellies come down, log the Heal Spirit. Okay, they still jump, but Evo Skellies are going crazy. Okay, Evo Skellies are really good in this matchup, I guess, because he doesn't have... All he has is Barb Barrel and Heal Spirit. Heal Spirit does not hit all of them. Barb Barrel can hit all, but if I play it low enough, it can't. And actually, they get some chip in the right, so that's going to be the Bella Partida again. Nice win. My opponent is mad, so I'll just say the grazie, thanks, because if they're, like, I don't know, just, I guess, it's a decent matchup for me, though, don't get me wrong. But yeah, pretty much played that perfectly, like almost no mistakes, and took really no damage. I think I might have taken some, but like I was definitely up for the most part the whole game. 2300 exactly on the dot, guys. We are one off to top 1k, so I wish I could stop at exactly 23. But let's just keep it going, I guess. Final game, hopefully final game against Luigi. He is in Ian's clan, so maybe a Hog player. I kind of recognize the name, obviously brother of Mario, on the note of Italian things, but I mean, I think he's a Hog ExeNado player, if I'm not mistaken, so should be an interesting matchup to go against. Gonna go for the Expo opposite to the Valk ASAP after sweating archers. It's always a decent play to go Expo, Goes for the Goblins Rocket. Okay, that's fine. That was actually just a -2 because Goblins Rocket against Xbow is a -2. Then Archers, I guess I'm down a bit because I split Archers and went Skelly, so we're kind of even until I have to go for this Knight. But I still do have the Tesla for his Hog every time, and this kind of matchup, you pretty much want to be outcycling the Rockets as much as possible. You never want to be letting them outcycle your Tesla for their Hogs. You don't want to take any Hog hits if possible. You don't want to let them rocket every X, but you want to eventually catch them where they go like Exe on it, and then you can catch it and maybe get a lock. You can also eventually start Fireball cycling this matchup because they have a Rocket, you have a Fireball, but they usually need to save Rocket for the Xbow every time, so if they mess up their cycle pretty much, you can do a pretty good job of just fireballing. And then lastly, you really need to avoid getting Exe damage on your tower in this matchup because it's very painful. Gonna log these goblins, might not be expecting it, we get a small lock, and we do. Nice, so that's gonna be, a couple hundred damage. Anything counts just for the single elixir lead, as I'm always talking about. And he might go for a Hog on this. Okay, just Ice Spirit's fine. Gonna hover my Tesla for the Hog as it comes down. So another big thing is with this deck in general, knowing your opponent's hand is very useful because if you know they're going to Hog, for example, you can get ready with the Tesla in that placement as I did to counter. If you know they're going to go for like a Golem or something in the back, you can get ready with your Xbow opposite, all stuff like that. So card cycle counting comes in big time in this game. There's no real easy way to get into it either. It's just like you have to practice tracking cards relative to yours. Gonna split Archers once more. If he goes like Valk in the back and the left, I'll just Fireball it maybe. I'm just going to Fireball the Goblins actually. Like, he just rocketed my Xbow, so he can't even punish, really. And I will Xbow in the right because he went Valk in the left, so just want to make use of what I have coming down here. And he goes for the Hog Exe, so that's nice. We forced out a lot of Elixir there, and there's no real worry there. Knight for this Valk, and then just have to watch out for him defending this Exe, because that could be problematic, but I'll Tesla, I guess, and okay, yikes, I, number one, misplaced the Tesla, number two, he still gets Exe damage, so that's pretty bad, because now I will probably just Xbow with his Tesla, because if he goes Hog in the left, like, I'll have to pull it over with an Xbow either way, right, so might as well just make use of the Tesla. There it is, gonna Fireball Log, maybe get a small lock here, Fireball, and Log, and, okay, he gets the Goblins down, gonna E-Spirit 2, and maybe we get something, oh, just gets the Valk down. As you guys can see, like, if you play really risky and aggressive like that sometimes, where you're not messing up your cycle, but you go for those really cool last-second fireballs and logs, you're going to keep your opponent on their toes at all times. Archers to DPS. Exe is back. I will log it ASAP. I could Knight for this, in fact. I'll E-Spirit and Knight. I might as well Knight. And then we'll get a tiny lock, I think. Nice, we get a lock. That's going to be game-winning damage, I think, because, well, he gets the log down. If you can get the log down, that would have been over, but that was a well-played log. Even still, I'm not going to be letting it go. I'm going to be continuing the pressure. Of course, Xbow in the middle, because he might Exe to snipe my Archers. Evo Skellies to predict on one side. E-Spirit for the other side. Fireball on the Exe plus Hog. Evo Skellies are duplicating themselves, and we get a pretty decent situation here. Gonna log this. I just have to keep pressure the whole time now, because what he wants to do is to catch up in damage, and how he can do that is Rocket Cycle, so I cannot let him get that at all. Ice Spirit is gonna get caught by these skeletons. Knight E for the Hog, and then log as well. If he doesn't expect it, as usual, like, you just keep them on their guard at all times with that last second log, and eventually you might catch someone slipping. I love doing that. I in fact win a single a lot with that play. And you always want to make sure your log is hitting tower as well, unless it's like a prediction log on something in the middle. Goes for very aggressive Valk Goblins in the right for some reason. I'll log the Hog again, just keep logging it. Exe is fine, I'll let it go this time. I can Knight, and okay, I just realized that was a terrible Knight, because now it's going to get a lot of value. I should have gone for it like in the top, like where my Archers are, basically, because that's going to be a lot of Exe damage. Yeah, I took a lot of damage. That was not good. I need to start fireballing back, because that one mistake might have cost me a lot, so it's time to start getting spell damage back. And no Teslas here. I'm going to be just cycling very rapidly. I'll Tesla for the Exe in the middle, but I mean for the Hog, I'll just be doing that. And then we're going to Xbow once more ASAP, because we cannot let him rocket. He does go for the rocket, but I'm not going to let it happen. Archers, the bridge, log on the Goblins if he doesn't get anything down in this game. Okay, he does. Going to Knight for this Valk. Exe comes down, I'll Fireball it, I think, and then I can Fireball Tower at the last second too. Archer's the bridge, he wants to Hog, we get a small lock, so I'm going to go for, he wants to Rocket rather, so I'm going to keep spamming as much as I can, and then Fireball last second, because there's no way he can Rocket. Yeah, he can't, there's not enough time, so that's going to be the Bella Partida right there. He gives the oops, but that was, he couldn't Rocket because I pretty much pressured perfectly and forced him to respond to my spam, so that was still a nice win. One big mistake, I think, he gives a good luck, I'll just say thanks, I guess, can't even tell if it's sarcastic or not, probably upset, but I mean, yeah, one mistake with that Knight on the Exe, always watch out for that, guys. But that's going to put me in the top 1k. Let's go. 2, 3, 3, 1. Top 1,000 in the world. Very nice stuff. Not sure how I can be pushing, but I do want to go for a nice finish. Ideally beat my best, but that's going to be tough with how busy I'm going to be, but I will still try my best. As you guys can see, we got some decent wins. Lost a bit before, but otherwise mostly straight wins. And that's going to be for the video, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.